We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here by my brother Tim, and today we have another MLB slate to go over for this Friday, September the 24th. Got a full slate of baseball. We get we're going over two college football games. And then at the end, I did throw in one of the CFL games that.
But only if you guys are good and leave likes.
Yeah, only if you guys leave likes. And then you'll get the CFL game at the end of this stream. So, but you guys know what we do before we get into today's slate, before we go over what we have for today. We always take a look back at what happened yesterday and figure out what went wrong and what went right. And yesterday for me overall was a 3-5 day in baseball, 0-2 in the NFL, and I lost the college football play. We had App State, did not come through. We had Houston Texans first quarter over half a point, did not come through. Neither did the plus 7.5 or 8. And then for baseball here, I had losses on St. Louis first 5. I had the first 5 under for Seattle and Oakland. Of course, they put up the 5th run at the bottom of the 4th inning. Houston just didn't show up last night, really. First 5 run line and the team total, I had both of those. Neither of them came through. And the Indians, I got them at plus 121 for game number 1, and that one did not come through either. I did get wins on St. Louis full game. What a comeback for these Cardinals. And I'm loving my 55-1 ticket each and every day a little bit more. I also had the San Francisco Giants team total over 3.5, which came through. And then the Atlanta Braves first 5 run line that also came through. So overall 3-5 in baseball, but 3-8 overall yesterday. So hoping for a little bit better of a day today. Got some action. It should be a interesting day. And got my second CFL play of the season. I just started looking at that this week. So hopefully we can start CFL 2-0. But how was your day yesterday?
I mean, it started off well. Got wins from the Cardinals game. Wow. I mean, I turned that game off at 5-0, and when I got the alert that it was 5-3, I turned it back on again. What a game. What a game. Fantastic that Cardinals were able to come back, cash that ticket. Seattle, another team talking about a comeback. They were down 4-1 at one point, and they ended up winning 6-5. Really happy about that one as well. That was a nice plus 140 point cash. And then the rest of my baseball teams decided, you know what, you've won 2. We don't need to win the rest. I had the Giants, who that one was a back and forth game. They came back from being down 4-0. Were winning, losing, winning, and then lost in the 10th. A little bit annoyed with that one. They had plenty of opportunities to win. Blue Jays, they had a baseball game yesterday. They didn't show up to it. They lost 7-2. And then we had the Astros on the run line at 3-2 Angels. So fantastic end to the night. It was not necessarily a good end to the night for baseball. As Nick stated with the NFL, we had Houston. They had a shot. They had a couple of shots to backdoor cover and just couldn't pull it across. Not a big deal. We saw the value over there. It's whatever. It comes with betting. They couldn't score a point in that first quarter, which I lost that bet. And then App State, that one was frustrating because instead of going and scoring and being all good and everything, they decided, you know what? Nah, we're going to fall down at the 6-yard line just so that the time could run out and the overs didn't cash and the App State bets didn't cash. So kind of annoyed with that one. Could have easily have cashed that ticket, and it just did not work out the way I wanted it to. It's all right. We'll be right back to it today. So ready to get into it. And I know I have 2 Counter-Strike games before we jump into this day. I have Navi to sweep, and I have FaZe. There you go. There's the 2 Counter-Strike plays for today.
All right, but let's get into, first we'll look at the chat, and then we're going to get into our baseball slate for today.
Let's go. What do you think of St. Louis and the over in game 1? You know you don't. I know you normally don't like 7-inning games, but I'm loving the Cardinals. I mean, how can you not? I understand what you mean. Let's get it. Friday money. Let's get it. Why did the squirrel swim across on his back? To keep his nuts dry.
Nice one.
There you go. I mean, why else? And speaking of your St. Louis game, it happens to be the first game of the day.
Yeah, we have the St. Louis Cardinals here at the Chicago Cubs. It's a minus 135 now for the Cardinals, plus 125 for the Cubs. Total of 8.5 in this game. Our pitchers J.A. Happ and Justin Steele for this matchup. J.A. Happ so far this season is 9-8 with a 6.02 ERA, a 1.48 WHIP. He does have 142 innings pitched, striking out 109 batters and 44 walks. He is 4-2 with a 4.33 ERA since joining St. Louis. On the other side, Steele is 3-3 with a 4.20 ERA, a 1.40 WHIP, and 45 innings pitched, 47 strikeouts, and 24 walks. And one thing that's kind of interesting in this game is we have St. Louis, who's won 12 straight games, but yet this line's gone down from minus 145 to minus 135, showing some money coming in on the Cubs. The Cubs coming into this game losing 8 out of their last 10 games, 2 in a row. Cardinals coming in winning 12 straight. Personally, I did not bet this doubleheader game. I didn't bet either of the doubleheaders, but I would definitely be leaning towards that run line with the Cardinals at plus 118. You're getting a little bit better of a price, obviously, because it's a 7-inning game and it's a run line. And yeah, I mean, they only have 7 innings to do it, but they'll have 7 full at-bats to do it. I think the Cardinals get the job done in this game. I think they potentially sweep this doubleheader because they also have Jack Flaherty starting game number 2. And if he is healthy for that wild card game, ooh, that's going to be a good game. But yeah, it's crazy to think that the Dodgers and the Giants, one of them might win 105 games just to be bounced in the wild card game against St. Louis. But yeah, looking at this game, it's Cardinals or pass from the Cardinals run line or pass. I don't feel like laying minus 134 on a doubleheader game, but it would be Cardinals or pass from here.
Yes, I know the Cardinals have won 12 straight games and the Cubbies have not been good. I think if the Cardinals streak ends, it's going to be in one of these doubleheader games. It's 7 innings, a little bit shorter. And yes, I know the Cubbies are not a good team. Obviously, there's not enough value on either of these games for me to be like, ooh, big brain, try to pick the Cubs and win it. No. It would have to be Cardinals. An ideal, if you really think that the Cardinals win both games, just take the Cardinals game 1, Cardinals game 2, parlay it, and you get you essentially get your full game there. I'm not doing it. I don't think that's smart.
Plus 178.
Plus 178. You grab St. Louis parlay. There you go. No. Happ definitely has the pitching advantage in this matchup. He's been a lot better since coming to St. Louis. But I'm not betting a doubleheader game. I never do. I bet all of 2 doubleheader games this year. I won one of them, and then the other one was a rainout. So I don't bet doubleheaders. I really don't.
Fair enough. Sup, guys? Supness.
I was about to say, you can't come into the stream and say sup, guys. It's supness or nothing, Lex. Come on. Stick to the schedule.
There we go. Yeah, we will move on, though. The Pittsburgh Pirates are at the Philadelphia Phillies here. It's a minus 220 for the Phillies, plus 200 for the Pirates. We're getting Sam Howard, taking on Kyle Gibson in this matchup. Total of 9 in this game. Are you looking at getting involved in this one?
No. If anything, as crazy as it sounds, why not take a shot at Pittsburgh? I don't think I can really trust them full game. I know this might be one of the crazy situations. If anything, if you're taking Pittsburgh, take them on the first 5 because for whatever reason, these Philly bats just seem to get hotter later in the game. But no, I'm not interested in this game. It's a minus 220 for the Phillies. Run line in this game's up at 120 is not terrible, but as a home team, I'm not interested. That's just not really a spot that I'm interested in getting to. Gibson's been all right since coming to Philadelphia. Just not a spot that I want to go after. I have there's plenty of spots on the slate. I'm going to be passing on the first 4 games of this slate. So this one, not pretty, not interested, no spot, no bet.
Yeah, looking at this one here, it's kind of interesting. We have Howard at 3-4 with a 5.80 ERA, a 1.49 WHIP, and 40 and a third innings pitched, 51 strikeouts, 29 walks. On the other side, Gibson's 4-5 since joining the Phillies, but overall 10-8 this season with a 3.51 ERA, a 1.23 WHIP. He does have 171 and 2/3 innings pitched, 141 strikeouts, and 60 walks though. That's a lot of walks there for 171 innings pitched. Definitely something he needs to get down. And actually, this year he was a lot better as a Ranger. He's been worse since getting to Philadelphia.
Oh yeah,
which I think he's one of the more disappointing acquisitions of the trade deadline. But looking at this game, I can totally understand taking a shot here with the dog with Pittsburgh at plus 200. Personally, I'm not doing it. Plus 197 in the first 5 innings. You can definitely, I definitely see some potential value on that spot. The only thing is that Philadelphia has been winning. They've won 7 of their last 10 games. They've won 3 in a row. They're a game behind now? Let me get the standings up. That's something important to have up here. They are 3 games behind the Braves for the division, and they are currently 4.5 out behind St. Louis for the wild card. Oh wait,
Philadelphia, they're only 2 games back from.
Nope, I didn't. I had to hit refresh. My bad, because I saw it still said W. It only says W11 for these Cardinals. What? It's not updated.
They're 2 games back for the division, 4.5.
Oh wow, it still had September 22nd up. There it is. Okay. But yeah, this is definitely a spot where Philadelphia is looking to continue to push to try to get to the playoff spot. So overall, this game's a stay off for me. I think that there's definitely better spots on this card. I'm not trying to get involved in this one.
No, I gotcha. Well, let's see what he got. Yeah, no, we're just gonna we'll pass on. We'll move on to the next game, which is just a pretty game right here.
Oh yes, actually, I do like this game. We have the Texas Rangers at the Baltimore Orioles in this one. You can get them both at -105, total of 9.5 in this game. Spencer Howard and Taylor Wells, your pitching matchup for this one. Looking at these pitchers, Howard's 0-2 with a 9.22 ERA, a 1.76 WHIP. Granted, only 13 and 2/3 innings pitched this year, 15 strikeouts, and 7 walks. Actually, those are his stats with Texas. Wells is 1-3 with a 7.96 ERA, a 1.83 WHIP, and 31 and 2/3 innings pitched, 23 strikeouts, and 13 walks. And looking at this matchup, this may sound crazy, but I like a play in this game. I'm on the first 5 under 5, even though these are 2 really bad pitchers. Both these offenses have been struggling. Texas has posted a 3-5-2 over-under record in their last 10 games, and Baltimore has actually gone under in 8 of their last 10 and 4 games in a row. So this is a spot where I think that we're seeing 2 struggling offenses that rank number 29 and 26 in major leagues this season, and this is a spot where I think we're going to see a lower scoring game. Give me the first 5 under 5 for this game. I got it at -110, and this is definitely a spot that I think there's a decent play in this game.
No, 1-800-GAMBLER. There's no. This is a team that's 55 and 98, and then 49 and 104. I don't know why you want to be interested in betting this. This is just no. Nope. Not interested in this game. No need to elaborate on it. Passing on it. Not going to waste time.
All right, fair enough. Go back to the chat here. Marcos, what's up, my favorite guys? Let's get it. Cash today and hit the like button, people.
Let's get it.
What's good, Lance? Let's go. So after Atlanta, Oakland, and Cincy messed up my tickets, I've remade tickets, all dogs, because University of Arkansas Pine Bluff lost its lead, but I had a dog ticket I made later with the WNBA and football faves, which hit. Nice. 2 more days. Can't wait till the
NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sent me a ticket. Cool. I'll look
First
at it
five,
later.
Moneyline, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Minnesota, LA, and Nationals. This is a Baltimore first five Moneyline spot.
Oh, 100 Lex, not 100 Gambler. Gotcha. Cool. Good to know.
There we go. All right, moving on to the next matchup here. I don't think we can really one-up that matchup, though, that we just went over.
No, absolutely not.
But we have the Washington Nationals at the Cincinnati Reds. Around a minus 180 for the Reds here, plus 165 run back for the Nationals. Total of 9 in this game. Paulo Espino and Sonny Gray is your pitching matchup. Are you looking at this game at all?
No. No, this is another game I'm passing on. I have, 5 plays today? I'm just not going to be going crazy on baseball today. And I'm not interested. I cannot trust these Cincinnati Reds, who have lost 7 out of their last 10 now. They're done. They've pretty much been eliminated at this point. That's what I wanted to look up. I wanted to look up the MLB elimination numbers.
Their elimination number for the wild card is a 5.
Yep, there you go. But yeah, the Cincinnati team is kind of done. They've kind of they've messed up their own thing. So I'm not too interested in going after it. Just not a good spot in this game. There's plenty of better spots on the slate. I will have something from next game we go over, but I will not have anything from this game.
Yeah, looking at this one here, Paulo Espino, 5-5 with a 3.94 ERA, a 1.20 WHIP, and 102 2/3 innings pitched, 90 strikeouts, and 24 walks. On the other side, we have Sonny Gray, who is 7-8, a 3.84 ERA, a 1.18 WHIP, and 126 2/3 innings pitched, 146 strikeouts, and 44 walks. And we're looking at a struggling Cincinnati team. They've lost 7 of their last 10 games. They've lost 2 in a row. And actually, coming into this game, Washington's won 3 straight games. They've not looked half bad. Granted, they beat the Reds yesterday, and they took care of the Marlins the last 2 games of that series. So this is a spot where I like the Nationals in this game. It's not often I'm betting the Nationals these days, but I took them first 5 plus the 155. I took a shot on the dog here because Washington's actually been winning games recently. And Cincinnati is one of those teams where I don't think I'm going to be betting them the rest of the season. I think they've kind of mailed it in, even though they're only 5.5 games out for the wild card. This is a team that, I mean, you're not getting anywhere losing 7 of your last 10 when the team you're trying to chase in the wild card spot's won 12 straight games and potentially could have 14 at the end of the day. So this is definitely a spot where it's Nationals for me. First 5 plus 155. I think it's plus 158 now on some books. So yeah, I'm on the Nationals in this game.
Yeah, that's fun. I also noticed the overs yesterday would have been a counter day for the unders.
You have to handicap each game individually. So
you can't really say one game. You can't say all the games and betting all of them blindly under. That doesn't work.
No.
We'll go ahead and move on because I know I like this game.
Yeah, we have the New York Yankees at the Boston Red Sox in this game. Very, very important series here for the wild card in this American League. We have the New York Yankees at a minus 116 to plus 106 run back here on the Red Sox. Total of 9 in this game. Garrett Cole, Nathan Eovaldi, your pitching matchup for this one. And looking at this game here, we have Garrett Cole, who is 15-8 this season with a 3.03 ERA, a 1.03 WHIP, and 169 1/3 innings pitched. He has 231 strikeouts and 38 walks. On the other side, Nathan Eovaldi is 10-8, 3.58 ERA, a 1.17 WHIP, and 188 innings pitched, and 173 2/3 innings pitched, 188 strikeouts, and 32 walks. And looking at this game here, it would definitely, for me, be a lean towards the Boston Red Sox. They're at home, where they're 49-29 at home this year. They've won 7 straight games. They've won 8 of their last 10. They're also going up against a Yankees team, though, who is coming in playing good baseball as well, winning 7 of their last 10, winning 3 in a row. And this is a very big and very important series. Looking at the wild card standings right now, currently the Red Sox lead the Yankees by 2 games for that first wild card spot. And imagine if we get a Yankees-Red Sox wild card game. That could be a lot of fun, but I have a feeling that Toronto is going to find their way up into the wild card spot at the end of the series because these 2 teams are going to beat up on each other. And I think that'll give Toronto a decent opportunity because they're playing Minnesota this weekend to be able to move up in the standings in this wild card, or potentially even those teams in the Pacific Northwest. So looking at this game, this is a very important game if you want to have any type of grasp on the wild card spot. And I feel like this is a more important game for the Yankees than it is the Red Sox, because the Red Sox are up 2 games in the wild card on the Yankees. If they lose 2 out of 3 in the series, they still are a game up on the Yankees, and they are not in danger of falling out of the wild card race. So this is a game I'm staying off. It'd be a lean towards the Red Sox at plus money. I mean, plus money with the Red Sox, the way they're playing right now, sounds great. I'm just going to sit back and see what happens in this game.
Oh, I'm not sitting back. I went full throttle. I did this one for my free pick video for ESB last night. I'm going Boston. One of the big things is Boston really hot lately, 7 in a row, 8 out of their last 10. And it, not to mention in Fenway, which they're a very good home team. Yankees did just sweep the Rangers. Give me a break. I mean, Boston kind of just swept through the Baltimore Orioles and New York Mets, so not really anything special there. But Boston is definitely the hotter team at the moment. They're the more rounded team at the moment. And I think they get the job done. And one of the things I've loved to do, love to do, fade Garrett Cole. As I'm talking, I'm going to go pull up the statistics for Garrett Cole this year just to see just how not profitable he is. Looking at Garrett Cole, if you've bet on Garrett Cole all 28 of his starts, yes, he is 15 and 13, but you'd be down 5 whole units. I've been making money off of fading Garrett Cole this year. It's been nice. I'm going and doing it right around again today. Going Boston, the plus 105. I'll take plus money all day. And Boston to win the game.
Fair enough. Then we'll move on to the next one here. Chicago White Sox are at the Cleveland Indians in this game. White Sox minus 112, minus 110 in this game, around even money for these Indians. Dylan Cease taking on the return of Shane Bieber in this one here. And this game really puzzled me. I didn't bet it. But looking at this game, we do have Dylan Cease, 12-7, a 4.09 ERA, a 1.26 WHIP, and 156 in the third innings pitched, 212 strikeouts, and 66 walks. On the other side, Shane Bieber is 7-4 this season, a 3.28 ERA, a 1.25 WHIP, and 90 and 2/3 innings pitched, 130 strikeouts, and 33 walk. Now, last year's Cy Young winner hasn't pitched since June 13th. And yesterday, the Indians were literally just eliminated from the division and the playoff spots. They no longer can compete for the wild card. They can no longer compete for the division. White Sox clinched the division, and they've fallen so far out of the wild card spot. So the question for me in this game, I'm not betting it. I want nothing to do with this game. Why the hell are the Indians starting Shane Bieber in this game? If I'm the Indians, I'm looking at Shane Bieber. I'm like, you get 100% healthy for next year when we're actually going to maybe be competitive. Why are you starting him now? To potentially get him injured again in meaningless games for you guys. I mean, it'd probably be the same thing if I'm the New York Mets looking at DeGrom and Syndergaard. If you're a team that's not competing, don't force your star Cy Young caliber pitchers back from an injury when you literally have 0% chance to make the playoffs. That's what I wanted to mention on this game. I'm passing on it in general. I want nothing to do with it, and this is a no play for me here.
Well, I can tell you probably why Shane Bieber is going to want to pitch in this game. He's a free agent coming up next year, and he's going to want that bag. So if he tries to come back and pitch 2 starts and see how he does so that maybe he can increase his value a little bit, make a little bit more money, he's going to try to do that. But no, I pick another trend that I really like to go after, which is fading pitchers who have not pitched in a while. Bieber hasn't pitched in over 3 months. I'm picking Chicago today. I know they just clinched. I know that you're getting a spot where They might not be playing all their starts. I really don't care. This Cleveland team is not good. I know they're 2 games under, which is not terrible. But I want to go after the Chicago White Sox team. I think they could just get the job done today. I would get them at a -114 against a pitcher who has not started in over 3 months. This one, I feel like it's low-hanging fruit, and I'm going to pick it and hopefully cash it. I like Dylan Cease. I don't think he's that bad. 12-7 with a little bit over a 4 ERA. He's been solid this year. Chicago White Sox, -114.
Yeah, I feel like this is Shane Bieber. If he comes back and he needs to have a couple good starts so he can get a couple-year contract here with Cleveland. This rotation, one thing that the Cleveland Indians are good at is pumping out good pitchers. And maybe in 3-4 years, they can be a halfway decent team where they'll have in the top of their rotation Shane Bieber, and then they have 2 really good prospects in Daniel Espino and Gavin Williams coming up. So this could be a decent team in a few years. I feel like they need to rebuild a little bit, though, this Cleveland team. Moving on, the Kansas City Royals are at the over 8 in that game. I mean, I could see that.
I don't mind it.
Shane Bieber, he's going to be rusty. Yep. But next we have the Kansas City Royals at the Detroit Tigers. This is our best bet over on Picks and Parlays. If you guys want to check that out, link to that is in the description of the video down below. Moving on, Miami Marlins are at the Tampa Bay Rays in this one, -255 for the Rays. It's around a +230 run back here with the Marlins, a total of 8.5 in this game. Cabrera and Robertson is your pitching matchup for this one here. Not the greatest of pitching matchups here. Are you looking at getting involved in this game?
I almost did. And I almost bet Miami. I know it's in Tampa. It's not really that much of a road game for Miami. Tampa, though, they still have a lucky number of 4. They need to be in order to clinch the division. So I still do think they play a little bit until that is done. Obviously, they know that they're going to get some losses from either Boston or New York for the next couple of games. They probably need to win two more games, and this seems like the series that they might do it. But if anything, for me, I wouldn't mind leaning towards Miami. Even though Tampa Bay is going to be playing, I don't know. I feel like this could be a possible spot where a +200. It's not totally crazy to think that Miami keeps this one close and ends up winning at the end. But no, I did not. I ultimately did not pull the trigger on this game. I did not feel comfortable enough to pull the trigger. I didn't bet on this game, but if you did, I wouldn't mind taking the shot at Miami.
Yeah, looking at this game here, we have Cabrera 0-2, a 5.31 ERA, a 1.62 WHIP, and 20 1/3 innings pitched, 16 strikeouts and 13 walks. On the other side, Robertson is 0-0, 5.63 ERA, a 1.50 WHIP, and 8 innings pitched, 13 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Plain and simple for this game. There's no way I'm laying -255 or anything remotely close to that on David Robertson. It's not going to happen. If I have to get to this game in any way, shape, or form, give me the over. The over 8.5 would have to be the play for this game. Plain and simply because Miami has been trending heavily towards the over as of late, 7 of their last 10 games and 5 in a row. But looking at this game, I have absolutely no interest in betting this game at all. Tampa Bay is not that team right now where it's wake up and bet Tampa Bay anymore. In the playoffs, they will be. I definitely do like Tampa Bay for the playoffs. But right now, Tampa Bay is not a team I'm looking to particularly hop on. So this is definitely a spot where I'm going to just pass on this game, lean towards the over.
Sounds good. Lenny must be hungover. Wake up and bet Tampa Bay. Not as much as you would think anymore. What, you almost bet? Yeah, I almost bet. I did not bet it. Trust me, I did not bet it. Yeah. Go ahead and keep it on.
Yeah, we have the New York Mets at the Milwaukee Brewers in this one. The Brewers now a -135, a +125 the other way with the Mets. Total of 8 in this game. Taylor McGill, Eric Lauer, your pitching matchup for this one. And looking at this matchup here, we're getting 2 struggling teams heading into today. We get Taylor McGill, 3-5, a 4.57 ERA, a 1.29 WHIP, and 180 and 2/3 innings pitched. He does have 91 strikeouts and 22 walks. On the other side, Eric Lauer, 6-5, a 3.03 ERA, a 1.14 WHIP, and 107 innings pitched, 105 strikeouts, and 37 walks. Looking at this matchup here, I don't particularly have any interest in betting it, to be completely honest. I think this game is priced correctly. I had this game priced around Milwaukee minus 135. And this is a spot where I want nothing to do with either of these teams. Once again, these are two teams coming in absolutely struggling. Brewers, they just got 4 games swept versus the red hot Cardinals. Granted, they had a grand slam in the first inning and had a 5-0 lead in that game. There's no reason why you couldn't hold on to that lead. The Mets have lost 8 of their last 10 games, including back-to-back games. Milwaukee has lost 7 of their last 10, including 5 in a row. These are two teams I have absolutely no trust in right now to put any type of money on. So this is a very easy pass for me.
Yeah. You're not going to bet on two teams that are struggling this bad. And the line movement has been really concerning because I know Milwaukee was like close to minus 150 last night, and it's dropped all the way down. You're saying that people are betting on the Mets right now? I don't know. This one's an ugly game. Maybe look at the under because these offenses have sucked lately. The only offense that the Milwaukee Brewers have been really getting was those 2 home runs yesterday, and before that, throughout the series against St. Louis, they scored like 5 runs. No, maybe an under in this game, but I got nothing. I got nothing in this game.
Yeah, this is an easy pass.
Under?
Okay. I think I was talking about the Toronto game.
Yeah.
The reason not hold the lead was for my parlay. Fair enough.
There you go.
Moving on to the next game here, we have 5 games left in this baseball slate. The San Francisco Giants are at the Colorado Rockies in this one. Alex Wood and Lambert. Is that Patrick Lambert? I'm trying to remember the picture here. This is going to be Peter Lambert. This is his first start since 2019. Alex Wood, 10-4 with a 3.99 ERA, a 1.20 WHIP, and 128 and 2/3 innings pitched, 139 strikeouts, and 39 walks. On the other side, Lambert making his first start since 2019, did not pitch all of last year. In 2019, he did go 3-7 with a 7.25 WHIP, a 7.25 ERA, a 1.74 WHIP. He struck out 57 batters and walked 36 and 89 in the 3rd innings pitched. And this is a pretty plain and simple spot for me here. I'm going to fade him. Someone who hasn't pitched in well over a year, going up against a Giants team that is currently in an absolute dogfight for that National League West. Currently, them and the Dodgers are separated by 1 game. Thanks for letting me talk. But this is a definite spot where the Giants, if they're going to want to win this division, are going to have to beat bad teams. And the Rockies are not a good team. They are 49-26 at home, but they're not a good team. So I think the Giants take care of business here in this game. They get their 100th win today. I got them first 5 and full game on the run line here. I think they take care of business. I wanted to take their team total because San Francisco has also gone over in 7 of their last 10 games and 3 in a row. But, man, they did not make that look. They did not make that cheap at all. This is still a Major League Baseball team they have to go up against, and they're asking me to bet a team total. If I want to bet a team total for San Francisco, take a 6.5 and lay minus 140 doing it. Lay minus 140 for them to score 7 runs against a Major League Baseball team. I'll just take the first 5 in full game run lines and move on with my life. I don't want 6.5 even at plus money sometimes. Minus 140. Jeez. No. Give me the Giants' first 5 and full game run lines on this game. You can get the Giants' first 5 run line I got it at minus 118 and the full game at minus 123. It has since gone up to minus 138 full game and minus 136 first 5. So I've definitely beaten a line movement on that one. But I still like the Giants here, first 5 and full game for this matchup.
Yeah. If anything for me in this game, it was a lean towards the under. 12 is a lot of runs. I looked at them like, whoa, 12? And I looked at Lambert and realized he hasn't pitched in a while. I'm like, okay, maybe
when he
that's...
did, he was bad.
Yeah, when he did, he was bad. And it is still in Coors Field. My concern is that Alex Wood has pitched really good for the Giants this year, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw this game be like a 9-1 type game and it still remain under. I didn't bet it. I really wanted to go and bet the under, but I didn't. I ultimately did not pull the trigger. Lean under. I mean, it has to lean towards the Giants in this one, even though the Rockies are one of the best road home teams in the league. Still can't go after them. Lean towards the Dodgers. Has to be on the run line, and lean towards the under in this game.
Yeah, I mean, looking at that first 5 under, I think Omar in the chat mentioned that it's at a 7. It's at a 6.5 on my book at plus 105 for under 6.5 in the first 5 innings. I mean, that's a pretty nice line. Looking at the chat here, I also bet live bet Milwaukee under 7.5 first 5. They were 4-0 and it held. And St. Louis came back in the second half for the win. That's called divine intervention.
That's called 1-800-GAMBLER, dude. But good luck.
Colorado fought the fight yesterday. Yes, he did. Boston been playing well. You like the plus money on that? Yes, we do. Yep. Took under 7 first 5 innings. That
sounds about right.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's fine. That's fine.
It's totally cool. Nice. All right, moving on here. We have the Toronto Blue Jays at the Minnesota Twins. Yep, I was reading that right. Minus 140 for these Blue Jays, plus 130 run back here on the Twins. Total 8.5 in this game. Jose Barrios, Bailey Ober, your pitching matchup for this one. Are you looking at getting involved in this game?
It would be Toronto or nothing. I would be all right with a minus 141. That's kind of getting close to my tip of the iceberg, but not quite there yet. So I wouldn't be all right. I would be all right with Toronto minus 141 today. Ultimately, didn't get to it. Jose Barrios, he's been pitching all right. He's 12-8 this year, 3.45 ERA. Nothing crazy. Over, not a pitcher I can really trust. 2-3 with a little bit over a 4 ERA. It's got to be Blue Jays or nothing. Once again, Minnesota is out of it. I'm not laying the minus 141 though on it. I just don't feel as comfortable with Toronto right now. They've lost 3 out of their last 4. They position a little bit of a downgrade, but I think they can turn it around today. I don't mind them minus 141. Just ultimately didn't get around to betting it. Maybe a lean towards the over in this game. I think you can get enough offense out of Toronto to get it over. The line has gone from a 9 to an 8.5, so you kind of missed your spot if you wanted the under, but I'm not really too interested in this game.
Yeah, looking at this game here, Jose Barrios is 12-8 this season with a 3.45 ERA, a 1.07 WHIP, and 180 innings pitched. He does have 187 strikeouts and 43 walks. On the other side, Bailey Ober is 2-3, a 4.34 ERA, a 1.23 WHIP, and 87 innings pitched. He has 90 strikeouts and 19 walks. And look at this game here. Yeah, it'd be a lean towards actually potentially the Twins in this game. Slightly towards the Dogs. They've won 3 games in a row. They're at home. Granted, this is a big series for Toronto because they have the Yankees and the Red Sox right above them playing against each other. So I think they're rooting for the Red Sox this series, or they're rooting for someone not to sweep, basically.
They would be rooting for they have to be rooting for the Red Sox. They know they can't get that first spot on the wild card right now, and the best chance for them is seeing the Yankees lose. So
yeah, but I mean, this is a spot potentially where we could see Minnesota playing a little bit of a spoiler role. Bailey Ober has not been absolutely terrible this year. He had a rough start, and he's looked actually halfway decent recently. So this would actually be a lean towards the dog in this game for me here at plus 130 full game, or you can get Minnesota's first 5 for a plus 125. It'd be a lean towards the dog in this game. I don't have any action on this one, but I can see potentially a little bit of a spoiler role here for Minnesota.
Yeah, that's fine.
Moving over to the chat, Lex Steele says, seriously, today is a great today for underdog first 5 run line and money line small parlays. 3 to 5 legs for $10 to get make a few $100. I mean, go for it. That's what you like to do. I personally don't parlay. But we will move on here to this next game. Seattle Mariners are at the LA Angels in this one. Around -120 for the Mariners, +110 for the Angels. Total 8.5 in this game. Logan Gilbert, Jose Suarez is your pitching matchup. We're getting Logan Gilbert 6-5, a 4.74 ERA, a 1.17 WHIP, and 108 in the third innings pitched, 120 strikeouts and 23 walks. On the other side, Suarez is 7-8 with a 3.67 ERA, a 1.25 WHIP, and 88 in the third innings pitched. He does have 79 strikeouts and 33 walks. And looking at this matchup here, we get a red-hot Seattle Mariners team. They've won 7 of their last 10 games. They've won 5 in a row. They're coming off of a 4-game sweep of the Oakland Athletics, and they're only 2 games out of the wild card spot here. So potentially they could be tied with the Blue Jays at the end of the night if the Blue Jays were to lose their game, and only be a game out if Boston wins their game. This Mariners team is still alive, and they're going against all odds, it feels like here. Even in the MLB.com, they have expected win-loss records according to their run differentials, and this team should be 13 games worse than they actually are. So they're defying all the odds. They are extremely good in one-run games. They have a good back of the bullpen here, the Mariners. And I feel like this could be a team that we still have to watch out for to sneak into a wild card spot, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, I do like the Mariners in this spot. I think they get the job done here. They get a great matchup this weekend if they want to try to move up in that wild card, going up against a Angels team that's lost 7 of their last 10 games and has been eliminated from the playoffs. So for me, this is a Mariners first 5 run line spot. I got it at +120. You can get it now at, let's see, a +110. So I have beat a little bit of a line movement on that one there. But yeah, I like the Mariners in the spot, taking them on the first 5 run line at +120 against the Angels today.
Now, looking at it with them, I know Seattle gets to play the Angels the next 3 days. Then they're home against Oakland and then home against the Angels again. This team has 100% a shot, and especially if Oakland struggles this weekend, which Oakland's going to be going up against Houston. If Oakland struggles, they get knocked out of the playoffs early enough. You could possibly see Seattle take care of business against Los Angeles this weekend, against Oakland during their next series, and then Angels again the following weekend, and then sneak into a playoff spot. Not saying I'm going to, but there's a beautiful little bet that I can get of 33-1 for Seattle to win the American League.
It's not quite 55-1 on the Cardinals to win the World Series.
No, but I can go ahead and get the Seattle Mariners to win the World Series at 66-1. So, but no, I don't mind it. I know it sounds a little crazy, but I don't mind it. But in all seriousness, I'm on Seattle in this game. Logan Gilbert's been solid. You're getting a team that's been the one of the last 5 games, 7 out of the last 10, on a little bit of a hot streak against a Angels team that, yes, they won last night 3-2, but they have not looked good lately. I think they've still lost 8 out of their last 10, or 7 out of the last 10 at this point. It's Seattle or nothing in this game. You're getting at a -118. Low-hanging fruit. Once again, I'm going to pick it. Let's get it.
Yeah, I like it. Looking at this next matchup here. What's good, Alfonso Scott? How are you doing today? 22 watching, 9 likes. What gives with that? Hit the like, leave a comment, and tell everyone and your mama to subscribe.
Yeah, if we don't have at least 20 likes by the end of the stream, no Canadian football for you guys.
Yeah. Moving on. The LA Dodgers are at the Oakland, or wow, I'm reading the wrong game here. The LA Dodgers are at the Arizona Diamondbacks in this one. -220 for the Dodgers. That's a +200 run back here on the Diamondbacks. Total of 10 in this game. Tony Gonsolin and Humberto Castellanos, their pitching matchup for this game. And are you looking at getting involved in this one?
No. I will say I have one more play for the rest of the slate, and that's it. For the rest of the baseball slate, but that's the next game. No, I pass on this one. In reality, yes, you should be able to get the Dodgers winning this game easily. Looking at the line, I think if you're going to go after this game, and as crazy as it sounds, why not go with the under 10 in this game? 10's a lot of runs. I don't think you're going to see much offense out of this Arizona team. Can the Dodgers hit the over by themselves? Yeah, they totally could, but I don't think they're going to go that crazy against Arizona. I know they have other games that they need to worry about. So for me in this one, it's a lean towards the under. I have a play in the next game coming up, but I do not have a play in this game.
Yeah, I do have a play on this on this game. I really like this one actually. We have the LA Dodgers with Tony Gonsolin on the mound, who's 3-1 this season, a 2.93 ERA, a 1.43 WHIP, and 46 innings pitched. He does have 53 strikeouts and 32 walks. On the other side, you got Humberto Castellanos, who is 2-1 this season with a 4.11 ERA, a 1.31 WHIP, and 35 innings pitched. He has 24 strikeouts and 12 walks. And looking at this matchup here, we're getting the Dodgers coming in. Once again, they're in the dogfight with that Giants team. One game behind them for the National League West. They've won 8 of their last 10 games. And they're going up against a struggling Arizona team. How many times have we said that this year? Who's lost 8 of their last 10 games. They're 49-104. This is a bad Arizona team. And the Dodgers are going to sweep this series. This is a series that they need to win all 3 games of series in this against Arizona. They will probably do that. And this is one of those series where you're going to need to take care of business against a team like Arizona. For me, I just doubled up on this spot. First 5 and full game run lines on these LA Dodgers. I got it at minus 140 for the first 5 run line, minus 137 for the full game run line. Still minus 140 on my book for the first 5. It's now up to a minus 142 for the full game. I think the Dodgers come in and absolutely dominate this game. This has 7-0 written all over it. Tony Gonsolin, I think, is one of the more underrated pitchers. He gets forgotten about. I mean, he's not unbelievable, but he gets forgotten about. And usually there's value on the Dodgers when he starts. That's just because it's not a name like Max Scherzer, Julio Urias, Walker Buehler, Clayton Kershaw. So, yeah, this is definitely a spot where, yeah, he's going to be your 5th starter. He's going to be a nice bullpen piece come he's going to be a nice bullpen piece come playoff time. I wouldn't be surprised if you see him pitch a couple innings either in that wild card game against St. Louis or in the National League Divisional Series. So this is a good spot here for the Dodgers to take care of business here against a bad Arizona team. They should sweep the Diamondbacks here. I'm going to go first 5 and full game run lines here with the Dodgers in this spot.
Sounds good. We do got one more game left, but before we do that, we're going to go jump back into the chat. Come on, guys, hit the likes. I think we're good now. Yep, 23 likes. We're good. You guys get it now. What about KBO? That's game time decision. Stay tuned for game time decision today, which we're going to be going over some college football as well. So maybe, but we'll see. Stay tuned for that. Coming soon, hockey. Woo, hockey. Top of the day, of course. Third quarter under 38.5 for those 2 teams. Live betting. You're live betting Argentina and basketball. Okay. That's not an option on your book. You stink. Let's see. Is it on my book? No, it's not.
It's live betting. So you'd have to.
It's live betting. Well, let's see if it's available in my book, just for grins. Bovada is goated for international basketball. Yeah, there you go. The golf, tennis, table tennis, upcoming stuff. Nope, doesn't have it. I will say for basketball on our book, we've got European, Germany, Italy, Lithuania, Philippines, Poland, Spain, and Turkey.
All right,
cool.
But we'll move on here. Our final game of the MLB slate, the Houston Astros travel to the Oakland Athletics here, minus round 115 for the Athletics, round plus 105 run back here. On these Astros, total of 8 in this game. Zach Greinke and Frankie Montas is your pitching matchup for this one. And looking at this game, we do have Zach Greinke, 11-6 this season with a 4.11 ERA, a 1.17 WHIP, and 168 and 2/3 innings pitched. He has 117 strikeouts and 36 walks. On the other side, Frankie Montas is 12-9 this season, a 3.57 ERA, a 1.21 WHIP, 174 innings pitched, 192 strikeouts, and 53 walks. And looking at this matchup here, one thing that really caught my eye was we're getting the Houston Astros at plus money. Interesting. Looking at this game here, I'm tempted on the Oakland Athletics, to be completely honest. Because looking at this game, we're getting an Oakland team that's lost 4 in a row, and we're getting a Houston team that's won 7 of their last 10 games. A Houston team that's a way better team. They are 44-34 on the road compared to 40-38 at home for the Oakland Athletics. The Oakland Athletics that have been slipping here. And you're telling me Oakland's a favorite in this game? Something smells fishy here. It would be a lean towards the Oakland Athletics in this game. I'm not getting involved in this one. This line seems absolutely fishy as all hell. I'm not betting this game.
I'll take the salmon. I'm grabbing the fishy line. I really don't care. I'm on Houston. You never get Houston at plus money.
For a reason.
You get Zach Greinke on the mound against Frankie Montas. I know it's probably a slight pitching advantage for Montas, but how can you be betting an Oakland team that has now lost 4 games in a row? Sorry, 4 games in a row. How are you betting that? Oakland's just looked bad over the last couple of days. They've put up 2, 2, 1, and 5 runs. So they put up 10 runs in the last 4 games, and you're saying, yes, that is the team I want to bet against, one of the best teams in the American League. 100%. No. Houston or nothing in this game. I don't care that Nick thinks it's a fishy line. I'm going Houston all day. Come on. Once again, low-hanging fruit. I think it's a day of low-hanging fruit with Seattle at minus 118. The fact that we're getting Boston at plus money. The fact that we're getting Chicago White Sox at minus 114. This is a low-hanging fruit day. I'm grabbing it, and I'm running with it. It's not a trap. Shut up.
Yeah, I just added a new ticker for us. So we have 1-800-GAMBLER, we have 1-800-LEX, and now we have it's a trap game.
No.
I think it's a trap.
1-800-FLEX, live bet, Earle, Moneyline plus. Okay, good luck. I will say the best live bet that I'll mention this real quick because I know you're talking about live bets. The best live bet I ever hit was in one of my favorite sports. It's Counter-Strike. I remember betting Furia around halftime in a game against Vitality when they were going on to a bad side of a map. I got them at plus 500 and cashed it.
Sounds good. It's a trap. I feel it is. I really do.
Nope.
All right, we'll move on, though. We have some college football to go over. First game we're going to be looking at here, we're looking at 2 games tonight. We're going to be looking at Middle Tennessee and Charlotte, and then after this, we'll look at Liberty and Syracuse. We don't have plays on Wake Forest, Virginia, or UNLV and Fresno State, so we weren't going to go over those. I can answer questions on those if you guys want to ask anything on that. But looking at this first game here, we have the Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders taking on the Charlotte 49ers in this game. Charlotte -3, plus 120 run back here on Middle Tennessee, a total of 56 in this game. And looking at this game here earlier in the week, I hopped on this a little too early. I got it at plus 110, but I like Middle Tennessee in this spot. I had this game power ranked as Middle Tennessee -1. The wrong team is favored in this game. And I think that you're getting a nice little value here at plus 120, plus 130, whatever your book is, on these Blue Raiders. Charlotte is one of those teams where they haven't played the greatest of competition so far this season. Heading into this game, they are 2-1. They lost to Georgia State 20-9 last week. They beat Gardner Webb 38-10, which is not a good team, and they beat Duke, which is going to struggle this season. And then on the other side, Middle Tennessee, granted, they are 1-2. They beat Monmouth in week number 1. That was their one win. But since then, they played a really good Virginia Tech Hokies team, and they played a really good runners team from UTSA, road runners team from UTSA, and lost 27-13. This is a major step down in competition for Middle Tennessee in this game, in my opinion. And even on the road, I had this team ranked a little bit higher here. If we look at rankings here, I'm trying to find where Middle Tennessee State is. Compared Middle Tennessee, I have ranked around 98th, and then we're getting Charlotte at 105. And yet we're getting Charlotte as a favorite here. I don't agree with this line. I think the wrong team is favored. Give me the plus money, or if you want, you can take the plus 3 points and play it a little safer with Middle Tennessee. I think they could win this game straight up in a little bit of an upset here.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm on it as well. I think we're going to go after the sharp money in this one. And I know we give a little bit of perspectives. 54% of tickets are in on Middle Tennessee. 83% of the money is also in on Middle Tennessee. It's where the public is going. It's where the sharps are going. Mostly where the sharps are going. So I'm all over Middle Tennessee as well. This line has moved from a 2.5. It's moved up to a 3 in most books. I'm still on Middle Tennessee. You get them a nice plus 121 price. So grab it there and take the underdog in this one.
Sounds good. We'll look over at the chat here. I'm on the 49ers.
Oof.
I like the over in the Astros game. He says, my mom taught at Gardner-Webb and UNC Charlotte. Fair enough when I lived in Charlotte. And that's fair enough. All good.
Yeah.
I just think that this is a good spot for the Blue Raiders. It's been -3 since last week on W8. Never saw the line move. I saw it at 2.5.
Yeah, I've seen it at 2.5 a couple times on my book.
But moving on to our final college football game of the day, we have the Liberty Flames at the Syracuse Orange in the Carrier Dome in Syracuse, New York. Liberty 3-0 heading into this game. Syracuse 2-1. You can get the Flames for -6.5 in this game. It's around plus 210, plus 215 run back here on the Orange. Total of 54 in this game. And looking at this one here, plain and simply, I have this game power ranked as Liberty -8. I got them at -6. I beat a half-point line movement here. And looking at this game, I really do like the Flames in this one. They're 3-0. Granted, they've played not great competition, so this will probably be their biggest competition yet to date. They beat Old Dominion last week 45-17. They beat Troy 21-13 the week before. They took care of Campbell 48-7 in week number 1. Syracuse beat Ohio 29-9. They lost to Rutgers 17-7, and then they took care of Albany 62-24. Albany the Great Danes are not going to be a good team at all. They're a very low caliber team, so we expected them to take care of business in that game. And I think the Liberty are the play in this game. I got them at -6. You can get them at -6.5. I have it power ranked at 8. So you're going through 7.5, 7, 6.5, and 6, or up to 6, 6.5 for this game. So I see value on the Flames in this spot, laying less than a touchdown. So that's where I'm going for this game. I like Liberty -6.5 in this spot here against Syracuse.
I actually just doubled up on this game. We grabbed Liberty as one of our favorite plays today. -6.5. They've just been really solid this year. Syracuse just hasn't really showed much since Eric Dungy left. On the other side, I also just bet the under. I know I did a free pick video on this one last night. It was part of Total Chaos. Why not go under in this game? You get Liberty, whose defense has been solid, allowing 7, 13, and 17 points in the first 3 games. It's pretty good. And against I think they could shut down a Syracuse team that hasn't really done much this year. Syracuse with that, they allowed 9 points up in that first game, 17 in the second game, 24 in the third game against Albany, but I'm not really counting that Albany game. Syracuse scoring 29 and 7 points in the first 2 weeks of the year. Once again, 62 against Albany. Don't care about that. I think we get a low-scoring game where Liberty wins by like a touchdown. If we can get like a 17-10 type game, I think that's something that realistic that we can get. So I'm going under, and I'm going Liberty -6.5 in this game.
Sounds good. Look at here we go. Good morning. Always a pleasure to be here with you guys. Thank you, Tiffany.
Malik Willis
got the highest QBR in college football. Nice. And Liberty -9.5 hit it. I said to hit Panthers minus 9.5 in Morningwood. Let's go. It's also funny. The banner color is of Liberty and Liberty. Yeah,
we got one more game for you guys. Seeing that you guys hit the like button and you guys did good. Nick's got honestly, I don't do any of the Canadian football. Nick's got all the numbers for it. I'll introduce it for him, and I'm going to see if I can try to remember the teams. Canadian football, you get the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Yes.
Against the British Columbia Bears.
Lions,
close enough. Bearcats was the Hamilton team.
Yeah, Tiger Cats.
Okay.
Bearcats is Cincinnati.
Okay, fair enough. Lots of football. But you get Saskatchewan versus British Columbia in British Columbia. Saskatchewan, a -1 point favorite. Total of 47 in this game. So Canadian football, Nick, where are you going?
Yeah, I've been dipping my toes a little bit in Canadian football this week, and I'm going to probably put out some more plays in this sport because I kind of like it. I like looking at trends in this one. I look over on covers to try to look at where I should be targeting these games. And I like the under in this game, under 47 points between these two teams. Both these teams coming in 4-2 heading into today, and the under has gone 4-2 in both these teams' 6 games. Looking at Saskatchewan, looking at their trends, the under is 5-0 in their last 5 games following a straight up win. The under is 4-1 in their last 5 games overall, 4-1 in their last 5 games against West Division teams. 4-1 overall against under is 4-1 against teams with a winning record. On the other side, a lot of good trends for the British Columbia Lions heading towards the under here. 5-0 in their last 5 games as a home underdog. 6-0 in their last 6 games versus a team with a winning record. 9-1 against a team. The under is 9-1 in their last 10 games following an ATS win. 7-1 in their last 8 games as an underdog. 13-3 overall in their last 16 games. A lot of strong plays for the under here. Also, the under is 20-8 in 28 meetings in British Columbia. Obviously, there's different teams throughout the years, but I like the under 47 in this game. I think we're going to see a lower scoring game in this one. And I think this total is a little bit high. I think we're going to see something along the lines of 21-17. And I really don't have a side for this game. It might be a lean towards Saskatchewan here with the Rough Riders. But for my big play for this game will be the under 47 points between Saskatchewan and British Columbia.
There you go. But that should be everything for today's slate. Before we jump into a recap and head on out for today, if you guys are new to the channel, leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Of course, check out all the links in the description between our Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook. For the 5 of those, all of them in the description. Every 100 followers on those platforms, we'll do a 7-day premium play giveaway. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you guys are following all the socials down below. And then the picks and parlays and premium plays are all down below as well. If you guys are interested in checking those out. I know that we're going to have a lot of premium plays coming out for college football this weekend, NFL this weekend.
Posted a bunch.
Nick's already posted a bunch. I know there's going to be WNBA playoffs. We got a week and a half left of MLB. NBA starts up in less than a month. NHL starts up in less than a month. College basketball starts up in a little bit over a month. So a lot of content coming from it. So if you guys are interested in going ahead, checking that out. And then looking at the picks and parlay schedule, that's the other thing. Craig did his show at 10. Me and Nick, obviously, we're doing our show now. Me and Nick are either going to be on at 10 or 11 each day. 10 o'clock pretty much every day besides Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's when we go on live with Lenny. I go live with Lenny at 11. Higgs, 12 o'clock, 1:30 for Morning Wood with Allie Burns. Still in last Woody standing, had Seattle yesterday. I'm not sure who I'm going to have today. I'll have to think about that one and stay tuned for Morning Wood to get my pick. It really don't matter. It's going to be one of the plays that I picked out today. And then game time decision at 6. There's probably a total chaos later on tonight. And we'll go from there. So, yeah, go ahead and check it all out. Links to all that is in the description down below. Of course, check out free pick videos from picks and parlays, and from Earle Sports Bets the next couple days as well.
Look over at the chat real quick. Lex Steele said, I forgot. How about them Panthers? I will admit, the Panthers showed me something last night. They showed me that they are a team that I can now lay points with. I liked the Panthers in an underdog role. I did not like laying 7.5 points with them. That's the only reason why I went with Houston last night. It happens. I'm not going to win every game. Professionals only hit 55% of the time. So yes, good job on the Panthers last night. That was a great call. Even with McCaffrey going out, they took care of business.
You know what? When I saw that it was 7-6 and McCaffrey was out, I'm like, oh, okay, we're going to cover. We're going to be good. And all of a sudden, Houston did absolutely nothing besides put up one more field goal. So, hey, you know what? At the end of the day, we're going to go where there was value. And we felt like there was more value with that Houston side. Fortunately, didn't work out, but it's all right. We'll figure it out.
So, and also thank you for the donation. We totally appreciate that.
Yeah, appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, WNBA lit yesterday. 2-0 in WNBA playoffs. Let's get it. Oh, by the way, that New York game, the over cashed with 27 seconds left in the game. Whew, sweat. I forgot who was on the Texans. Yep. Yes, it was. Fire. Let's get it. How about Tony Cobbs? Love her. I mean, we'll try to get her on as well. Maybe try to work her in every week or two or something like that. See if we can get her on. Yeah, we love Tony Cobbs too. She's good. She did good her first time once, so I'm excited to have her on again. Panthers -1 in the under 50. Yeah, I was looking at the under in that game, and I didn't pull the trigger. Should have pulled the trigger on the under. It's all right. We're good. We're good with that one.
All right.
We'll go ahead and do our recap for the day and then head on out. Baseball, I'm on Boston. I'm on the White Sox. I'm on Seattle, and I'm on Houston today. For college football, I like the Liberty -6.5 along with the under in that game, and Middle Tennessee plus the 121.
All right, for me, Baltimore and Texas, the marquee matchup of the day. First 5 under 5. The Nationals first 5 money line. San Francisco first 5 in full game run lines. LA first 5 in full game run lines. The Dodgers, and Seattle Mariners first 5 run line. And then for college football, I'm on Liberty -6. It's 6.5 now. I got it at 6. And then I'm also on Middle Tennessee money line plus 120 now. I think that's a great price for them. And then to cap it all off, give me the under between the British Columbia Lions and the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Sounds good. But that should wrap it up for the stream. Nick, go ahead and finish it on out for today. Women's NBA. It's not on until Sunday. There's no games today.
No games till Sunday.
I'm going to confirm this, but yeah, there's no games until Sunday.
Yep. But that's going to just about wrap it up for the show. We want to thank you guys as always for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we go live, which is every single morning, 10 or 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Earle Sports Bet Show. But that's going to just about wrap it up for this one. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here by my brother, Tim, and this has been another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Thank you guys, as always, for watching, and good luck.
See you guys.